Welcome back. This is Ritto here with another Terraria Calamity endgame weapon showcase. Today we're going to be looking at an amazing new weapon that was added in the 1.4.5 Calamity Rust and Dust update. It is the Tesla Cannon. This weapon shoots a huge beam of energy and it has just an awesome, powerful sound. I actually kind of like the slow attack speed with this because it just makes it feel that much more powerful when you do shoot. And this is part of the Draedon's arsenal, which means it can be charged, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. The Tesla Cannon requires Auric Tesla to craft, so it is something that can be crafted after defeating the Jungle Dragon Yharon Phase 2. So that means this is likely a pretty good option to use against Supreme Calamitas, so we'll have to test that out later on. First, let's take a look at the tooltip. I've got a fully charged mythical Tesla Cannon as well as one with 0 charge, and you can see the difference in damage is quite significant. We have 36,799 magic damage with a fully charged one, and 27,599 damage with one that's got 0 charge. For the other stats, it's showing 100% critical strike chance, snail speed, insane knockback, uses 14 mana, and then it says it's a lightweight energy cannon that blasts an intense electrical beam that explodes. Beams can arc to nearby enemies, inflict severe nervous system damage to organic targets. And the gear I've got equipped is the Auric Tesla Mage armor, and then a bunch of accessories, kind of a mix of mobility, defense, and offense. So now let's take a look at the effect of it on a super target dummy. You can see it shoots a straight beam towards the dummy, but when we had a slime over here, the beam shot in a different direction. So I'm putting down a few super dummies kind of scattered about this arena, and I want to see how this effect jumps between targets. So if I shoot right here, it will hit these three. If I kind of shoot diagonally, it will actually hit more right there. You can see it very aggressively finds different targets to chain to. Like right here, I can hit most of these targets just in one shot. Another thing I want to test is if we have a bunch of target dummies in a row, if this will chain through them or if it needs to kind of go above them to hit them all. So this first dummy is actually kind of blocking the attack for the rest of them. But if I shoot a beam above them, it will hit all of them. So if you're doing like an invasion or something, you'll want to shoot just right above all of your enemies. I've put down a lot more target dummies, and let's see if we can hit all of them. So it looks like it's kind of choosing a few and leaving out some others. So there is an extent to how much this weapon will split. Now let's test a fully charged Tesla Cannon against a single target, and let's see what type of damage we can do. So 680, 500, kind of around 400 to 500, 300 sometimes. There's 700. Yeah, we can do some pretty good damage with this. And on the Louis AFK improved dummy, it's doing a little bit less. It's like 400,000. Because this is part of the Draedon's arsenal, it can be charged. And in order to do that, all you'll need to have is a charging station and fuel factory, or just have power cells available. So these fuel factories and charging stations are found in the labs throughout the world. I made a showcase of all the different labs that have been added in this update. And so basically you just break these fuel factories and then place them back down and they will start producing fuel. And you can see we've already got 2 power cells and we just placed this one down. So it will just continually do that while you play. So if you get a bunch of them, line them all up and just have them producing these power cells, you'll have plenty in no time. Then all you need to do is get the weapon that you want to charge and place it in here, and then provide power cells, and it will start charging. You can see we're already up to 3, 4, 5%. And if you're using something like Cheat Sheet, you can bring in the charger test item, and this will just automatically charge all of your weapons to 100% that are in your inventory. So this is something you can't normally obtain, but it is quite helpful when testing weapons. So let's try this out on the Solar Eclipse. I just turned it on. This is the post-Yharon Solar Eclipse. And you can see we've got a Zerg and there's lots of enemies. So you can see this splitting and killing anything as it gets close to us. It's very powerful and quite satisfying to use. You definitely feel like an endgame character blasting everything on screen with this. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the crafting recipe for the Tesla Cannon. In order to craft the Tesla Cannon, you'll need the Draedon's Forge, Mysterious Circuitry, Dubious Plating, and a single Auric Tesla Bar. This means once when you defeat the Jungle Dragon Yharon, this is actually a pretty easy weapon to craft because it's not going to use a lot of your Auric Tesla Bars. and this will make farming up Yharon much easier if you have this available. So definitely one I would recommend crafting, quite powerful and quite an easy recipe. Now that we've seen the recipe and what this weapon can do, let's go ahead and test this on Supreme Calamitas. So here we are in the Supreme Calamitas arena, and we've got 2 of these, which will actually be quite helpful because as we do this fight, we'll lose charge in our first one, and this is such an easy item to craft. You might as well have 2, and that way you can have extra charge. So let's go ahead and start this up. Okay, let's do this. You can see it's making very quick work of these orbs. Really impressed with that. We're already doing damage to Supreme Calamitas. Very good. And it's doing quite a bit of damage, like 160,000 I saw right there. We're already to the next fireball phase. Excellent. And here we go again. Get some adrenaline going. I really like this weapon. We're almost down to 50% already. Yep, there we go. So I think what I'm going to do is just take out one brother, let my potion cooldown reset. Okay, well let's finish off this last brother, and then this will be really good because we can switch to our other weapon that has full charge, and we'll be doing more damage. Okay, let's switch to that right now. Now we're to the next phase. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of stuff going on. Okay, let's keep on doing damage. The splitting effect is doing quite well with this part of the fight. Okay, we just need to keep on staying away from all these fireballs, and we'll be fine. We almost got her. There we go. And let's finish her. Overall, the Tesla Cannon did quite well against Supreme Calamitas. It was very good at landing the direct hits. It also does quite well at the start and at the end of destroying those orbs. As long as you just shoot right above them or right below them, it will damage all of them at once, and it will knock them out in like 2 shots on each side. It also does really well when Supreme Calamitas has a group of minions around her in a circle, because if you shoot beside them, or once when you kill 1 or 2 and you shoot right into the middle, it will damage all of them at once and do a ton of extra damage. I'm really glad they added this in the Calamity 1.4.5 update. It's got a great sprite, it's got a great sound, and it has some pretty cool visuals. I really like that there's the added strategy of shooting above something in order to split the attack and hit more enemies. And with such a simple crafting recipe, I would definitely recommend anyone doing a mage class playthrough to try this weapon out. And that's it for the Tesla Cannon. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe. I also do lots of other Terraria content, like I'm currently working on a Death Mode rogue class playthrough, so be sure to check that out if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.